It's called the Crossroads of the World, attracting visitors from near and far to ring in the new year. But this year more than ever, Times Square is in the crosshairs. The New York Police Department has seen an increase in ISIL-inspired attacks, 3 in the last 16 months. 8 people have been killed, most of them tourists.
He was petrified about me coming to Times Square on New Year's Eve because of the risk.
You know, I see all of the policemen around and the cameras. It seems like they keep you pretty safe, but I'd rather not be around.
I think we're ready.
John Miller, the department's deputy commissioner of intelligence and counterterrorism, says ISIL is more focused on attacks in the West as it loses ground in places like Iraq and Syria.
The shift has been towards marketing the propaganda to the masses on the idea that some tiny, tiny, infinitesimal percentage of them may act. So it may go out to millions or hundreds of thousands of people, but if 5 of them do something, if 3 of them succeed, or 1 of them, it's a great impact. What the terrorist groups have focused on is low tech, low cost, but high impact.
NYPD patrol officers and special ops teams are the first line of defense. This year, more will be stationed on roofs and in hotels, and nearby parking garages will be closed. Police will also be using more dogs trained to sniff out someone carrying explosives in the crowd.
This is actually where the ball is going to drop. He's got the
Behind the scenes at the NYPD's Joint Operations Center, they will also be watching the crowds for suspicious behavior.
How many cameras do you have access to in this room?
Several thousand. We can't really go into specifics.
Not just in Times Square, but all around the city. And officers have new guidelines on how to handle a would-be suicide bomber.
Come December 31st, this room will be filled with more than 100 people from state, local, and federal agencies, not just law enforcement, but also sanitation workers and utility companies, anyone the police might need to contact for a quick emergency response.
It's a moment of great pride for New York City.
City officials insist Times Square will be safe.
Terrorists regard New York as the exact kind of place they want to disrupt, and New Yorkers respond consistently with strength and resiliency.
And plenty of tourists are willing to take the risk.
I feel like they're doing everything that they can, so I feel like we should have nothing to worry about.
I try not to think about it. Life's too short.
With so much security, cold weather may keep more people away from this holiday tradition than fear. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.